Going on? 5 subscribers. What's that about? What are you guys doing here? Welcome to another practice log. So, why do we practice? Because we suck. We practice what we're bad at, and we get better at it. Let's get to it. First, we're going to do our disappearing metronome trick. This is like day 3 of that, and I'm going to be working on that hopefully for about a month. We'll see what happens. By the end of it, hopefully, I'm thinking I should be able to mask the beats of the metronome pretty consistently. I'll show you what I mean. Let's hop into it. I'm going to put the metronome on at 60 beats per minute, and I'm just going to hit a muted string on the 8th notes. And if I am playing exactly in time, you won't hear the click of the metronome. My guess, though, is that you're going to hear almost every click. I'm going to back up to try to get a little kind of equilateral triangle between the metronome, the mic, and the guitar. Okay, one thing I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to play consciously a little bit after the beat, a little bit before the beat, and then I'm going to try to get it right on the beat, just to see if I can get that feel. Okay, I'm going to go just before the beat. I can go back and try to get just on the beat. That's all the time for that. I feel like I heard every beat. I think there might have been one that I masked, but that one was rough, you know. I don't even know if I feel like I got any better or if I feel like I heard whether I was behind or ahead. Comment, you know, was I behind or ahead? I know that I kind of varied at times, but what did you hear? Next up is some pentatonic scales that I have been working on. I've been playing in eighth notes and then going back and hitting treble spots. Right now I'm going to stay at 60 beats per minute. I think I'm going to try to move into eighth note triplets up and down 3 times, and then I'll go back and I'll figure out those treble spots. Hopefully a couple of them will be gone, but you know, when you click record, the nerves start going, your mind starts blanking, so we'll see what happens. Also, I'm trying to be conscious not to look at my fingers a little more, which makes playing a little tougher. You might wonder, why am I uploading these videos? Well, if I ever get any good, then there's going to be, you know, basically the full record of how I got there. And maybe at some point, raw practice footage just becomes like something that people are into. And then, hey, you know, I got the jump on it. I'm going to be ahead of the game. Well, I'm probably still way behind, because I bet there's a lot of professional musicians who record their practice sessions. But, you know, maybe for the layman, practice footage will be, you know, interesting. Maybe some archaeologist or sociologist will find this in the future. Here we go. Okay, let me just play. Let me just play around to, you know, warm up, get a feel for the scales. Keep in mind that, you know, I didn't know these scales not that long ago, so, you know, if you think it's bad now, you should have heard it then. Okay, let's just go to the triplets. Okay, I'm going to leave that one where it is. There was a minor error there, so I'm going to do it again. See what happens. No. Okay. Take a sec. Reset. Okay, do it again. Okay, once again, minor error, but I don't think it's actually a big deal in the scheme of things. It was in a different spot, and it's a spot that, you know, I'm not extremely uncomfortable with, at least. I think there's bigger fish to fry here. So start here. Okay, this one I think we're probably gonna end up spending some time on. Where am I? Jeez. Okay. I think I'm right that I should probably spend a little bit of time on that. Just doing the same top 3 strings. I'm pretty sure that I was hitting yesterday and the day before. I think that's really where it is, right? It's just, you know, it starts there. Okay. I'm going to stick with the triplets. Okay, I'll try the whole scale on those triplets again. Okay, that was because I was looking at my fingers and I looked up. Okay, I think it's okay to leave that one there for today, and we'll come back to it tomorrow. Let's hit this next one. Okay. Oh man, okay, that needs work. Okay, let's even figure it out. Okay. Ooh. Okay, let's try that one from the start. You might ask, why am I not slowing down? That's a good question. I lost it. I don't even know how many times I did it. Okay. Maybe I should hit that too. I'm going to do a quick practice on that. Speed it up again. Slow it down. Come on. Come on, guys. Oops. All right. You know, enough. Let's do our final position, which I believe starts there. I could also do it up here, but I don't really want to. I probably should learn, you know, that last one up there, but I'm gonna do it down here because, you know, it's easier that way, and I feel it's probably, you know, I'd probably use it more often in this key, to be honest. All right. I think we can leave that one there too. That was okay. Let's see. Okay, we're going to go into finding some bar chords around the neck. I'll back up a little bit so you can get a bit of a better view, although I will note that the purpose of these videos isn't really to be instructional. It is sort of just more to document the process here. But, you know, if you want to practice along, you can mute the volume, whatever you want to do, you know. I don't imagine that anybody's actually watching these videos for this long, but if anybody's here, just, you know, practice. You get your own thing and practice it. So we're going E and A. I'm gonna turn on my metronome. Just Ugh. Hey, you don't see me watching your practice and laughing at you. Okay. What am I doing there? Okay, it's an E right here. I'm playing that A shape. That is always tough for me. And then switching to D. Because we have an A right. Wait a minute. Yeah, we do. There's an A right there. And the B string. Okay, let's see. And then I'm gonna. Okay. Those G bar chords kind of strain my hand a little bit. So I'm just going to not practice through strain. I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully my hand gets a little stronger. If you've got technique that I can use to avoid that, if it is not something that just comes down to, you know, practicing and stopping when it hurts, then let me know. I think I'm trying to do too much with my arm. You know, a classical player might tell me that my wrist is too bent. But I don't know really how to do that. Maybe I'll start taking some lessons. That's probably a good idea in general. My practice would probably go much faster if I was taking guitar lessons. Okay, let's just do some rhythmic stuff. I'm not sure what exactly I want to do. Actually, I am. Yesterday's practice, the quarter notes to quarter note triplets to eighth notes to eighth note triplets down to 16th notes and then back up, did not go so hot. So let's do a redo of that. I'm just going to strum on muted strings, you know, and what I'm going to be trying to do is what I just described. Quarter notes to quarter note triplets, which is an increase of like 50% speed, to eighth notes. So I'm going from four strums in one measure to 6 strums in that same measure to 8 in the same measure to quarter note or eighth note triplets, which is going to be 12 in the same span, to 16th notes, which is 16. Oh, and I think I mentioned eighth. Anyway, and then I'm going to try to go back up. But at some point, you know, I'm going to make mistakes, and I'm going to go back up before I'm ready. Just know that I'm not going to, you know, constantly be following the same thing. Hopefully I will, but I don't think I have the ability to. So, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Okay, and then let's go back to that boom chicka rhythm that we were doing yesterday. That wasn't perfect. I was shooting for something like this. Oops, even now. I was shooting for this. And a lot of times I was getting, you just heard it, or I was getting something like, well, okay, that's not that bad, but when I didn't want to, So, let's just up this thing so I'm not just playing it the same tempo all the time. Jeez, okay. Start over. I'm off the beat. 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm gonna call it. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't even all that good, but I did it. Yeah, I think that's it. I think from here I'm just gonna do some random things that I'm probably just gonna remix into shorts, you know. So I apologize, but this is gonna be my shameless, just like put out something on there. All right. This one's just gonna be like singing, a little sight singing, ear training. We're gonna call it. Do 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 do. Do mi so ti so mi do. Let me make sure I got that right. Do mi so ti so mi do. Do mi so ti so mi do. Do 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 do. Do mi so ti so mi do. Alright, this one might be a little bit of rage, baby. I'm gonna call it, why do they call it pentatonic when I'm playing 6 notes? And this one's going to be called Name That Interval. No, it's going to be here. Okay, I think that's enough on the shorts front. We're just going to wrap it up there. Call it good. Thank you for watching if you are here. Thank you to my 5 subscribers. And, at some point I'm going to start, I'll sing for you a little bit. We'll try to work some more stuff into this. It's not all just going to be like grinding, practicing. It is for the most part, but like maybe we can do like a little songwriting session or something. I don't know. Okay, later. Let me know if you want that. Comment, subscribe, like, engage. Do it. Do it now. Goodbye.